In this video, we are going to be looking at 7 important things we must take note of in order to judge rightly and get the truth. So let's get to it. Number 1. You must have the right mindset to judge. You must not take side, but rather your mind must be fully set on seeking that which is the truth. The reason why people in other beliefs like Buddhism, the Muslim, including the Jews, fails to come to the true path to God even after they judge is because they judge with the wrong mindset. They still hold to the side they belong to as the truth while they judge, rather than seek for the truth. Number 2, you must seek only after the truth. For when you hold to one side while you judge, it makes you to blindly seek for evidence and proofs to convince yourself that the side you stand for is the truth, instead of judging rightly to get the truth. Number 3, you must be ready to accept the truth. Many people allowed pride, shame, the fear of what other people will say or think to stop them from turning to accept the true path. They reject the truth because of denial. Denial is being defensive by rejecting and refusing to believe and accept the true fact, even when there are irresistible, undeniable, strong and overwhelming proofs and evidence, all because of how uncomfortable, bitter and hard it is to accept the truth. Men refuse and deny the truth. Like the Pharisees and teachers of the law who because of denial, shame and pride don't want to accept the truth on Jesus' resurrection, even when the guards who guarded the tomb saw what happened and reported it to them. Because of their hardened heart that does not want to accept the truth, they bribed the guards to deny the resurrection. Are you willing to turn and follow the truth if it should be that the side you belong to is the wrong side? Or will you let other things to stop you from following the truth? Number 4. Keep in mind that both sides will always oppose and bring down the point or proof of the other side. Both sides will claim to be the truth. If a point has been countered and proved invalid by one side, that should not be a reason for one to make such conclusion that it is invalid, for each side will argue to death in order to defend, counter and prove that they are the truth and the other is wrong. Rather, you should take the view of both sides on the subject, even if the other claim is invalid, then judge it by the right criteria. Number 5. You must take the views and arguments of both sides and then judge which is the truth among the two. Number 6. Know who is your adversary. The enemy is the devil. You must know his strategies, shames and the ways he used to deceive. Number 7. We must judge by the right criteria. This is the last but most important thing when it comes to judging rightly. To get the truth, we must judge by the right and true standard. For using the wrong criteria to judge will mean coming to a false conclusion. The question now is, which criteria is the right and true stand to judge this case? The standard by which he, the great judge chosen by the Father, will use to judge. Here is what he, the great judge chosen by the Father, said is the standard he will use to judge. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, do we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons and perform many miracles? Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, you evildoers. Here is the right standard to judge. But only he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Jesus said, only we must judge according to what is the will of God. So now that we know the right standard to judge with, let's judge this subject rightly. Please don't forget to share this with many so that they also can judge rightly.